Do you wonder at the end of the day where the time has passed? Or sometimes you even look back on your life and wonder, what have I been doing with my life, And sometimes you're even shocked and surprised the year you are turning this year. It might be a productivity problem, And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 top productivity books that you will read and to be able to help you to manage your time and be productive and manage your life. Let's get into it. The first book is Someday is Today by Matthew Dix. How I got myself reading this book is a story on its own. One day I was sent to a bank to do something, and when I got it, there were a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, but I had to do that thing that particular day. So I'm standing there, I'm frustrated, I'm angry at the tellers for being so slow. I don't even know whether to be angry to the person who sends me there. I was just sitting there for the next 30 minutes. I was just frustrated. I was like, let me listen to my own advice. Since I'm here and I'm not really doing anything, let me pick up a book and start reading. Lo and behold, I took Someday is Today, and I got hooked from the beginning. I lost track of the fact that I was sitting there and the tellers were slow. I didn't care anymore. For the next 2 hours, I saw myself consuming this book and always just stopping to pause and ponder on the tips and the nuggets this author was sharing. The author talks about how time is the most valuable asset we all have, but how most of us usually spend it or waste it on the things that really don't matter. Is it worth it to go queue at a particular food joint for 2 hours just to buy food so that you can post it online? Is your 2 hours really worth that food? The author talks about how most of us usually plan our lives based on months or weeks or years or even up to a decade. But he's saying planning your whole life based on a decade is so small that you might miss the significant things. And so you should plan your life based on, let's say, 100-year plan, or based on if you were lying on your deathbed, what are the things that would be important? What are the things you'd be proud of that you did? What are the things that you think are you prioritize to do them? And so he says that anytime you make a decision, ask your 100-year-old self, is it worth it? Because if you were lying on your deathbed, will you be doing the things you are doing today? Is it really necessary? Does it really matter? Is it really important? So he's saying this question is important because the things that makes you happy today might not make you happy when you are 100 years old. For example, as I'm sitting here today, what are the things that will make me happy? I get junk food to eat, I read some novels, watch Netflix, repeat the process, just lie in the room and sleep. And if I keep doing that every day of my life, when I'm 100 years old, will I regret it? I'm sure definitely I'll regret it. Where are my dreams? What are the things I want to achieve? What kind of life would I have lived if I just lived all my life reading novels and eating junk food and sleeping? That is why the author says that to always ask your future self before you make decisions, because it's your future self that is going to bear the consequences of your decisions today. He shares a story in the book that really, I think I would never forget this story. He says one day he was supposed to meet a woman at let's say a coffee shop for them to discuss about the book she wanted to write. So they were sitting there and they were discussing about it. And he asked the woman, so have you started writing? And she said, no, for me to be able to be in the mood to write, I need to wake up early. I need to go and sit at somewhere where the weather is this and that, how you want everything to be in perfect place before you can write. And he told the woman something. He said, you were 7 minutes late to this meeting. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, traffic. And he said, no, my problem is not the fact that you were 7 minutes late, but the fact that you were 7 minutes late, I was able to write 7 sentences for the novel I'm currently writing, and I was able to revise the previous chapter I had written. And so how many of us usually wait for the perfect time, especially students? You are waiting for it to be 12 o'clock before you can study. And so when it's 11:45, unless it's 12, you can't study. He says that the way life is, most of the time you can't even get the perfect time to do the things you want to do. And so you have to ensure that you take care of the minutes, the seconds, the hour, and any couple of minutes you get within a day, you can just quickly do something. Let's say you have 10 minutes to yourself. 10 minutes can sweep your room, 10 minutes can take a bath, 10 minutes can pray, 10 minutes can do something little. Instead of just saying, oh, it's 10 minutes, let me wait, and at the perfect time I will do the things I will do. This has really been a life-changing book for me as a person, and there are so many nuggets there I am learning from. So I recommend the book that you should go read. Someday is Today by Matthew Dix. The second book I'm recommending to you is Make Today Count by John C. Maxwell. So Make Today Count is a self-help book, but mostly it's a productivity book that focuses on the fact that you should make your day-to-day activities count. So maximize your day so that you'll be able to achieve the ultimate success and the happiness you want to achieve. Throughout the book, he simply emphasizes on the fact that live each day to its fullest potential. Don't wait for the future to come before you can do the things you do. You know, he shares a lot of strategies on how to set clear goals, how to prioritize your tasks, how to make sure that you utilize the day that is given unto you. You know, each day should count, each day should be useful, each day should be important to you, that you do something that your future self or even your current self will be proud of. And so I am recommending this book to you because you will learn so much about how to manage your day. You know, every day is an opportunity. You just don't get transformation in a year if you don't work on your days and your weeks and your months. And so every day is important. What you do daily, what you do every hour, what you do every minute is what to contribute to either you achieving your goals or you not be able to achieve them. And it's such a little book, so I recommend that you grab it and you are on your way to achieving your dreams and living a productive life. The third book I'm recommending to you is Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte. I've been following Tiago Forte for a while. I mean, through social media, and he's like the guru on this second brain whole thing. And so his book Building a Second Brain is about how to organize your digital life. And you might be wondering, what do you mean organize your digital life? So mostly it's a system where the things you read, like you are able to organize them in a way that when you need them easily, you just go back and pick it. So you are building a system which he calls your second brain. It's not like they are transplanting something in your head, but you are building a system where you arrange your notes. So whatever I read today, I'm able to make notes out of it and put it somewhere. Whatever I see today, do I even have to remember someone's birthday? Am I supposed to go and do this and this? I have a list about it. It's where I just keep it, and when I need it immediately, I just search for it and I find it. And you might be wondering, how does this relate to productivity? It relates to productivity because if your life is organized, if you know where your notes are, if you know where your lists are, if you know where this and this are, you don't have to waste your time trying to think to remember those things. And so he's saying your second brain is that you put the other things there so that you don't waste this your current brain that is in your head to remember things that can just be easily handled by the second brain. And so yes, I'll try and make a video explaining how the second brain works and how you can build that system. By such a great book that if you are able to read it, you jot a lot of things down that you don't even have to forget certain things. So I recommend Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte. The fourth productivity book I'll be recommending to you is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. In fact, I think I've made a video about this book, but I am still here because it's such an important book. It's a book mostly on procrastination, how to deal with procrastination, but you know that mostly it's procrastination that doesn't help us to actually achieve your dreams. So he's saying that eat the frog. If you have a most challenging job to do the most challenging one first thing in the morning. Swallow that frog early so that you can go about your day well. You are proud that you've swallowed your most important frog, but you can also have the energy and the motivation to continue with the other frogs or continue with your other tasks. Though it's a simple and not a bulky book, it's divided into 21 chapters, with each chapter telling you how you can be productive and how you can maximize your life and your day. Some of them are how to plan ahead, plan your day ahead so that when you wake up in the morning, you already know the things you are supposed to do. I've made a video about it, so I'm going to link it somewhere here, but I'll still recommend that you read it and get the nuggets for yourself so that you'll be able to live and have a productive life. The fifth book I'll be recommending to you is Make Your Bed. I also just recently made a video about it. I'll link it somewhere. The reason why I keep talking about this book is that it's very simple but such a realistic way of looking at how to maximize your day. So the author is of the notion that when you wake up, the first thing you should do is to make your bed nicely, so that when you go out there, you are proud that you have already achieved something. I don't know about you, but mostly when I am able to do something first thing in the morning, it gives me more energy and more motivation to continue my day being productive. And so the author says that make your bed the first thing in the morning so that when you go out there, you have the energy to do other things. But also, even if you go out there and you have a terrible day, you meet terrible people, you have a frustrating day, and you come back home, you come back to a bed that you made, a bed that is neatly made, and you can look at it and know that yes, even though I had a terrible day outside, I have been able to achieve something. In my house, and my bed is neatly made. Maybe you can even have a good night's sleep. It's such a tiny book that I recommend you read it. Beyond just being productive, and that it shares other life changing lesson, give people hope, make sure you never quit, never give up. Sometimes there are bullies and you have to stand up to the bullies, be courageous, be strong, keep on pushing, and you achieve the things you want to do. So it doesn't just teach you on how to be productive, it also teaches you on how you'll be able to achieve your dreams, so that you'll be able to change your life, and if possible, bring change to the world. So I recommend Make Your Bed to you. If you are not new to this channel, you know that anytime I'm making book recommendation, I always add bonus books to you, and these books are very important. The fact that they are bonus books doesn't mean that they are not important. And the next book I'm going to talk about is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In fact, that was our month of January challenge, and I've made 4 videos out of that book. You should know how important it is and the nuggets that are shared in the book. And so the book is based on the fact that for you to be able to be successful, you have to be able to develop certain habits that will lead to that success. And so mostly it's about habits. You have to learn to know that when you are able to be in control of your habits, what you do day to day, then you are also being able to be productive. And even there's a chapter in the book that talks about time management, how to manage your time, how to set goals, just so many important things. It's such a book that covers on every area of your life. If you don't believe me, go and watch the 4 videos I'm talking about. It's such an important book that I'm recommending to you, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I have another bonus book to you. It's not possible for me to do recommendations without this book. And the 7th book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. To be honest, this is my favorite book at the moment. Since I read the book, it's been a book I talk about mostly because it speaks to me a lot. And yes, it's also a habit book. If you're able to learn the nuggets that I need, you'll be able to maximize your day, manage your time, and be productive. And the author talks about something he calls being 1% better every day. And you cannot be 1% better every day if you don't maximize your hours and your minutes and even your whole day. And so read Atomic Habits. I've made so much noise about it. If you haven't read it yet, then you are such a stubborn person. But you should read Atomic Habits. You will learn so many things about your life, how to manage your life, how to plan your day, how to get your habits together, how to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. And that is productivity for us. If you're able to achieve your goals that you have set for yourself, that is about living a productive life. So I hope that you'll go and read these books and come back and tell me how life-changing they have been. And if you have read any of them, let me also know in the comments section. I'll see you later. Please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and bye for now.